Welcome to New Sky TV. Can you believe it? Just now, Zhai and Yuhang, this on-screen couple, actually wrapped up filming yet another new drama. And this time, it's even more intense. A female painter covered in paint impulsively marries a cold, aloof university professor without a second thought. Doesn't this plot sound fresher than Takeout? Are you already wondering, why are these two together again? Don't the audience ever get tired of this? But honestly, this story isn't like those artificially sweetened dramas. It directly cuts into the mundane details of marriage of convenience, telling the story of going from not knowing how to love to slowly learning to express it. Isn't this the kind of relationship that our generation of young people might say they don't believe in, but secretly yearn for? Don't you feel that compared to those scenes of wall slamming and forced kisses, this kind of adult testing and adjustment is much more intriguing? Just look at this pairing of a female painter and a male professor. The screenwriter really put a lot of thought into this. They didn't just grab two glamorous professions to fool people, right? What's the world of a painter like? It's the unique aroma of turpentine mixed with linseed oil, the casualness of getting up with disheveled hair to revise in the middle of the night when inspiration strikes, and the messy yet uniquely stylish draft paper all over the room. Her friends are probably all long-haired, whimsical art madmen. Can you imagine how off-topic their conversations are? On the other hand, the professor's side is a completely different universe. His lecture hall is packed with students, filled with papers, research topics, and academic norms. Even eating and going to the bathroom probably follow a strict schedule. Imagine these two planets suddenly crammed under one roof. What outrageous yet fascinating sparks would fly? The most amazing thing is that when the couple has a disagreement, it's completely unconventional. Ordinary couples might have a cold war over trivial things like why didn't you reply to my message yesterday? But when it comes to them, their arguments are full of classical allusions and references. They might argue heatedly over the use of color in an abstract painting, or they might be locked in a stale academic debate. Guess who will give in first? Perhaps in the process of intellectually outmaneuvering each other, they'll suddenly discover that the world seen through the other's eyes is something they've never seen before, and then they'll exchange a knowing smile. Isn't this sophisticated tug-of-war 100 times more addictive than forced sweetness? And then there's Yiying. Her quick wit makes her perfect for playing Sangning, a sharp and innovative painter. She's definitely not the kind of naive, innocent girl who just blinks her eyes. Do you believe she can perfectly capture that talented yet stubbornly opinionated character in the drama? Yuhang's portrayal of Professor Zhai, seemingly aloof and expressionless, is most compelling because of his character's growth. From frustratingly clumsy to gradually opening up and learning to express himself, this transformation is captivating. Even Liu himself, upon wrapping up filming, said the role redefined courage. Often it's not a lack of love, but rather the inability to express it. Doesn't that resonate with you? Interestingly, this topic sparked a massive online discussion. Some immediately recalled their university professor boyfriends, who struggled to even say I like you during courtship, eventually managing only a simple "want to grab a bite?" A scenario that ultimately led to a lifetime together. Isn't that both funny and relatable? Others shared stories of their engineering PhD boyfriends who, on their first romantic gesture, stole an unknown green plant from a lab, its meaning unknown. Isn't the biggest challenge for young people today not a lack of love, but rather the inability to express it? From childhood to adulthood, schools teach us how to take exams, and parents monitor our rankings every time. But no one ever teaches us how to accurately and unambiguously reveal the most tender part of our hearts to another person, right? So you see, the reason Zhou Tingyu's character is so moving is because he vividly portrays the dilemma of most of us. Someone who can speak eloquently on a lecture platform for an entire afternoon becomes a stuttering mute when facing their loved one at home. Isn't this internal and external tearing apart the most compelling drama in itself? What I'm most curious about is how their married life will unfold. After all, a whirlwind marriage is just the exciting beginning. The real tests lie in the clashes of daily life. Living under the same roof, will Sangning, as an emerging painter, encounter creative blocks or the distress of being ostracized by her circle? And Zhou Tingyu, as a professor, can't escape the pressures of professional title evaluation and publishing papers. When these unpleasant realities mix with their burning passion, can they still maintain that initial spark? Fortunately, judging from the current plot development, the production team doesn't seem to be planning to add any villainous female supporting character or a love-struck second male lead to create melodrama. Instead, they're determined to focus the conflict on the two characters' personalities clashing. Doesn't this bold choice actually make it more anticipated? After all, today's audiences are no longer interested in those cliched love-driven dramas. What they want to see are two real, flesh and blood people arguing, having cold wars, and finally making up with tears in their eyes amidst the mundane details of daily life. They also want to see how they rediscover that initial impulse and courage to rush into marriage in the midst of ordinary, mundane events. The drama has finished filming, but which aspect, editing, music, color grading, isn't crucial to its success? Can they perfectly blend the free-spirited artistic atmosphere of the art studio with the scholarly atmosphere of the university campus? Can they use just the right color palette and melody to fully capture the restrained yet turbulent atmosphere of this adult romance? These are all still unknowns. But I noticed that in the background of Zhai Yiying's wrap-up photo, the studio walls were densely covered with various manuscripts and character biographies. Just looking at this, you can tell the actors truly immersed themselves in the role. Viewers may not see this behind-the-scenes hard work and preparation, but can every frame of performance presented on screen? Alright, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Anyway, this drama is already firmly on my must-watch list. How about you? Are you ready to watch how these two emotionally expression-disordered individuals learn to say the word love amidst all the stumbles and falls? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.